If you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, low energy, fatigue, major health issues, foggy mission in life or brain fog, abundance and wealth issues or relationship issues like trouble communicating or feeling numb and feeling disconnected from others. When you watch this video to the end, you are going to discover what a heart wall actually is and a unique way that could help you achieve real relief and freedom from all of this. You'll also discover why releasing the heart wall is one of the best things that you can do for your quality of life. Hi, my name is Kirsten Morley, your certified emotion code and body code practitioner, and I've helped thousands of people all over the world really get real relief from their emotional, mental, and even physical issues. As a kid, I experienced emotional, mental, and verbal abuse that caused me a lot of issues throughout my life, and as a result, I suffered from anxiety, depression, and a lot of self-esteem issues that really followed me into adulthood, and nobody ever knew it. For years, I felt like I was unable to connect with and meet the basic needs of my own family, and I spent days numbing out to Netflix and oversleeping just to try to escape my reality. My relationships really suffered, and I felt alone, and I felt like something was always wrong with me, and I couldn't get out of my own head, and my emotions consumed my life. In everyone's unique way, life can be really challenging and hard at times, right? Well, these were my challenges, and what made things worse was that I had no idea that I was carrying around all of this emotional baggage that was caused by my past traumas and abuse. Eventually, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So first I tried to figure it out on my own. I did personal development programs and self-care routines, and that helped in the short term, but nothing really stuck. I knew this because every time I made a little progress, I would self-sabotage my own efforts and end up right back into my anxious and depressive patterns. I even tried medications, but they only covered up the symptoms and caused more unwanted ones, which was not fun. I did therapy, which helped me understand more of what I was experiencing, but caused me to relive my past and making me feel worse. And by this point, I felt like I had tried everything. I mean, I had always wanted to feel good about myself, but because my sense of love was skewed, it made things a lot more difficult. I wanted a better connection with my husband and to be more present emotionally for my kids. I mean, all I really wanted was to have inner peace and move on from my past. It wasn't until being introduced to and experiencing the emotion code for myself that I was really able to heal and move forward with my life. It was the one thing that was missing from everything else that I had tried. It's what gave me the relief that I needed. For so long, my emotional pain had been weighing me down and holding me back from becoming my true self. And I wanted this not only for myself, but also for my family. It wasn't until after I began healing that I realized it wasn't my fault that I struggled for so long. I was failing to get the help that I needed because of all of the traditional approaches to healing that society conditioned me to believe that would solve my issues. No wonder I had struggled for so long. For years, I believed that my emotional and mental issues were something that I would have to live with and manage the rest of my life. When I figured out that wasn't true, I was open to trying anything that would help, which led me to getting the results that I knew I deserved with the emotion code. Once I experienced more inner peace and healing with the emotion code, I started to have confidence in being able to overcome the emotional pain and stop the anxious and depressive patterns once and for all. So what has to happen in order to escape the emotional state you feel stuck in? So one of the most important steps in doing this is to identify what's actually causing your depression and anxiety and releasing it. So the emotion code is an energy healing technique that identifies and releases trapped emotions from the body. Trapped emotions are kind of like balls of energy that get stuck inside of your body when you experience traumatic events or really intense stress. When they get overcharged, it makes it so your body can't really process them, and then that's when they could get stuck. If you're like, what are you even talking about? Let's back it up here. If you look beneath the skin and the bones and down to the atom itself is 99.9999% empty space. And the empty space is energy. So that means we are mostly made of energy. Everything is energy. That means our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are energy. So our organs create these emotions, and these emotions are meant to come and go. We are supposed to feel them and then they go away. But when these emotions are overcharged from trauma, abuse, and stress is when they could get trapped inside of the body. And they could be anywhere from the size of a tennis ball to the size of a cantaloupe. So for example, the liver produces the emotions of anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, and resentment. So that's why when someone drinks a lot, they often get angry or really depressed. And the heart produces the emotion of heartache, abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, loss, and love unreceived. So people that feel these emotions more than average may have heart issues. So trapped emotions can cause you to be really reactive, like being quick to anger or quick to sadness, and can also distort your body's tissues, tearing them away over time, causing physical discomfort. So having trapped emotions could manifest physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. And releasing these trapped emotions could make conditions right for the body to heal itself, because that's what it's made to do. Trapped emotions are the underlying cause of you feeling stuck. So like no matter what you do or how hard you try, it feels impossible to feel better. So holding on to the trapped emotions makes it harder to heal, but when you release them, the physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual issues often go away or become a lot more manageable. So when you feel depressed or anxious, you may think it's because of some recent event or trauma you've experienced, but it could have been from an experience you had when you were 6. So because that trapped emotion is stuck in your body, the emotion could get reactivated, making you feel the same emotion a lot quicker and more frequently. It's kind of like what's known as a trigger. It's as if you are still living that emotion you felt years ago, and can be as though you are reliving the emotion or events all the time, reliving your past over and over and over again. Anytime you are reminded of rejection, failure, or even grief, or any other emotion, your body tends to react to that trapped emotion and makes you resonate with that emotion a lot more easily. So a real life example could be if you had a trapped emotion of sadness, then you may be quick to ugly cry during those really sad movies. The emotion code makes it possible to identify and release the very trapped emotions or the underlying causes of emotional, mental, and physical issues. I do this by using muscle testing or applied kinesiology and a magnet. Don't worry, I'll explain this in a minute. So we release them energetically and then you feel better. And for your more stubborn issues, I dive into the body code, which is a deeper kind of healing. It's my second certification, and it deals with things like pathogens, misalignments, toxins, nutritional deficiencies, structural imbalances, and negative thoughts. We usually use this for more serious issues like fibromyalgia, arthritis, autoimmune diseases, infertility, allergies, and even suicidal thoughts. It helps remove other imbalances that could keep you from being able to heal. So you're probably thinking, okay, what about this heart wall thing though? The heart wall is one of the greatest groundbreaking discoveries in energy healing and was discovered by Dr. Bradley Nelson. It's basically this energetic wall that we put up over to protect our heart when we experience trauma, abuse, or even really intense stress. Our body does this because our heart is the most important organ in the body, right? Well, without it, you wouldn't be getting blood to your fingers, your toes, your brain, or anything else for that matter. So it's kind of like our body has this energetic self-defense mechanism to protect our heart. And when we are going through this hard time or this traumatic experience, our body tends to scoop up these emotions that were created and place them over your heart layer by layer, creating this wall. Without that wall, these emotions can distort the tissues of the heart to the point of having a literal broken heart. You may have heard the story of an old lady who died not long after her husband did, due to her having a broken heart, because she was so sad. There's an actual medical term for this. It's called broken heart syndrome. So 93% of people have a heart wall, and it can take anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions to remove the heart wall completely. And once your heart wall is removed, emotion by emotion, your anxiety, depression, and other symptoms that I had mentioned before could either go away completely or make it a lot more manageable. So no other healing modality actually releases the heart wall. So this clearing of the heart wall is exclusively done using the emotion code. So I use the emotion code as a catalyst for my healing, and it helped me be able to release the negative blocks that were holding me back emotionally and mentally. I experienced real results, lasting relief, and I was able to measure my progress. And I was finally able to feel normal, loved, and so hopeful. And I now have total confidence in and a love for myself that I never thought I would have. But it wasn't just me. Take a look at what the emotion code and body code has done for others.
Okay, hello TikTok. I have to come on and tell you about something. I hope you'll listen to me because this is extremely exciting. So I just had, I won the emotion code giveaway in Kirsten Morley's group. I've been watching her for weeks. I'm super excited about it. And she reads your childhood traumas and basically gets rid of them. And it's the most incredible thing. And if you haven't done it or you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go check out Kirsten Morley. Not only did I have pretty bad anxiety, I went from like a 9 to a 2. I also slept like a baby and then woke up this morning and worked out with my 3 kids basically surrounding me, and I feel amazing today. We are all walking around with traumas from childhood and just from our lives. So if you're interested in healing, y'all need to check her out. It's Kirsten Morley.
Okay guys, I'm so excited to make this video. So if you have not heard of Kirsten Morley here on TikTok, please go check her out. She uses the emotion code to help release negative energy from your body that causes pain. I had a session done last night. When I went to bed, my pain had actually come back. I got it done from my lower back. The pain had come back and I was like, it didn't work. When I woke up this morning, there was no pain. I've not felt pain all day. My back pain has been a level 10 for years. I've been to chiropractors, and they have not helped like she did. And all she did was help release energy. She never touched me. I will definitely be booking a session with you, Kristen. Thank you so much. I've not felt this much relief in forever. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything.
Okay, so I've had emotion code sessions for a few weeks now, and I've been asked to answer 3 questions. Question number 1, what made me try the emotion code? My anxiety was out of control. It was starting to control my life and take over. So I knew I needed to do something. Everything I tried hadn't worked, so I gave this a try. 2, what are 3 benefits? I'm sleeping better at night. I'm sleeping through the night, and I'm more positive and doing better in my life overall. 3, what surprised me the most? I didn't have a lot of faith because everything I've tried before didn't work, but surprisingly, like, this is the one thing that did, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend.
Go to her website and have a session with her. But she also does like free energy sessions, energy cleanings. I don't even know the right terminology, but my name got pulled today, and I've been like really struggling with like pain in my neck, a lot of pain in my neck, and my name got drawn tonight, and so she did an energy clearing on me, and oh my god, it was so amazing. My neck pain went from a 7 to a 1, and I ended feeling like super lightheaded and dizzy and super clear. It was so amazing. She pulled up things like trauma, failure, I don't even remember, it was like all such a blur, but
If you have received an emotion code session by me, whether it's on a live...
Just finished my first ever session with her. And I have to tell you, like, I am super anxious, anxiety-ridden person. My foot will go 100 miles an hour when I'm anxious, and that's what it was doing when we first started the call. Within the first 2 questions and her releasing 2 emotions, my foot stopped. I became super calm. It was very weird for me. I've never experienced feeling so calm like that in just a few questions of emotions being gone through. Definitely will be doing it again. I feel like a brick has been lifted off my chest right now. And I feel super calm. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life. So thank you.
Amazing, right? I didn't realize it when I started, but not only does the emotion code facilitate the healing process to restore emotional and mental balance, but it also improves your ability to give and receive love more freely, ease anxiousness, lift depression, and ultimately feel normal again. And that's why I became emotion code certified. This took months of studying and years of practice to learn and master, and it was totally worth it. It makes navigating your way out of emotional chaos so much easier. What took me years of trying multiple methods and a trial and error can now be done in a couple of 30-minute sessions. Isn't that awesome? So here is a live emotion code session I did for one of my followers on TikTok Live. Take a look.
All right, let's do this. I'm so excited. All right, so we're working with Madison. She is 27. She has anxiety, and it's a level 8, which is pretty high. So I'm really excited to see what we can do for her today. So welcome, by the way. Let's do this. So can I act as proxy for Madison? Yes, Madison, do you have a trapped emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Yes, maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. So terror. When did this occur? Age 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Age 16. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Do you recognize that one? Terror at age 16?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety?
Okay, before we continue with her session, you're probably wondering, how do you even know if you have a trapped emotion? Good question. So we use a technique called muscle testing or applied kinesiology. It's basically where you ask your subconscious yes or no questions and your body responds strong with yes and weak for no. So you can also do this with your fingers or your arm, or you can do it standing up, swaying forward or backwards. In the live, I am using what's called the ring and ring method, using my fingers to identify the emotion and the age that it occurred. And then we use a magnet and hold the intention to release that trapped emotion and release it for her. Okay, continue.
19, 18, 17, age 17. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Pride. Pride is like a strong version of like independence sometimes. So when did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 17, age 15. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Conflict. Conflicts can be like within yourself or with another person. So when did this occur? 10, 20, 27, 6, 5, 4, age 24. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Terror again. When did this occur? 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Age 5. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. Do you recognize these other emotions?
A lot of them, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have another emotion we can release now that's causing your anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4. Depression. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Age 15. Do we need to know more about this? Ooh. No. Let's go ahead and release that.
Oh, that one got me.
You got that one? Oh.
I'm okay. You're good. Keep going.
Okay. Let the ugly cries out. I encourage it. That's awesome. Do you have another emotion we can release now that's causing your anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this occur? 10, 10, 9, 8, 7. Age 7. Do we need to know more about this? No? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Take deep breaths. In with the positivity and out with the negativity, and just like watch that disintegrate into the wind. Pretend that there's wind in your room. Sorry. Madison, do you have another trapped emotion that we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Maybe even 2 or 6. Unworthy. When did this occur? 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Age 6. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? Maybe even 2. Anxiety. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Age 16. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing your anxiety? No. Okay, go ahead and take one more big deep breath. Give me a little shimmy. Give it a little twerking. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
You are one of my favorite people in the world.
Oh, thank you.
I love the light that you spread and the positivity that you spread and just what you're doing for people and their situation and their mental health. And I just think you're such a light in this world, and I'm so glad we could connect.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you could help me because, girl, you got me in the moment. So
You got me. I love it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that anxiety?
girl, I feel like a solid 2.
Yay! I am so happy for you. You totally deserve it.
Isn't that fascinating? In fact, here's just a sample of what you can expect from doing an emotion code session yourself. We will get down to the root cause of the emotional issue so you could experience lasting relief, easily identify and release the underlying causes of the emotional baggage so you can actually move forward with your life, help your body heal itself just like it was made to do and possibly avoid medications and unwanted side effects, break free from emotional baggage so you could have peace with your past, enhance mindfulness so that you could reduce stress, improve sleep, and increase focus, and tap into your subconscious mind and make your healing journey a lot more enjoyable. But don't just take my word for it. Take a look at these. Jenny said, my anxiousness went from an 8 to a 3, and I was able to just have this feeling of pain and anxiousness leave my body, and it was the best feeling. Teresa said, amazing session. I could feel the anxiety leaving my body as she talked. Paula said, amazing. Can't wait for my next session. I came in with heavy depression, and after our first session, I felt like something was lifted and I could not stop smiling. And my favorite part about the emotion code is that it also works on kids and pets. So you know this can't just be the placebo effect. So the emotion code is by Dr. Bradley Nelson, forwarded by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins does not forward books, so that's saying something, right? Super cool. Now you have 2 options here. You can either continue your healing journey alone. Trust me, I know what it feels like. The process is confusing, lonely, and at times can feel hopeless and overwhelming. Or I would love for you to jump on a quick phone call with me for your introductory session with the emotion code. That's right. You can schedule a one-on-one emotion code session where we'll identify your exact roadblocks for your specific situation and begin to find relief in 30 minutes or less. During your introductory session, I will ask you some simple questions to kind of get to know you a little bit, and then we will go over your future goals and do an emotion code session for your biggest obstacle, and then we will lay out a personalized healing plan specific towards you and determine at what level the emotion code can help alleviate your anxiety and depression or other issues. So imagine what your life would be like if you had close to no anxiety or depression or that nagging physical discomfort. What if all of this did was make your anxiety and depression more manageable and feel less heavy? Would it be worth it? Of course it would. Listen, all you have to do is click on the button below and book a time on my calendar while I still have availability. And you know what? Every day that you live going through this process on your own is another day that you are left wondering if there is a way out. With my help, you can begin to gain control and have a hope for feeling better just by simply booking a call with me. This will make all the difference in your success, and I look forward to helping you transform your life. But you must do it now because once my schedule is full, this offer goes away. My schedule is filling up fast. Not to mention, the emotion code is the only method that can clear your heart wall. So once you click on the button below, you'll be taken to a booking page. Just choose a date and time on my calendar, answer a few simple questions, and an appointment confirmation will be sent to your inbox. I'll be honest, if you pass up on booking your emotion code session with me, will you succeed at moving past your emotional pain? Maybe not. You may just keep struggling and possibly never figure out how to find the relief that you know you deserve. Most of what you need is a guide, the right tools, and encouragement from someone who has successfully been there and done that, and who has experienced real relief and lasting healing. Never before have you had such a unique opportunity to have me take you by the hand and help you along this journey. This impactful one-on-one emotion code session is normally $115, but I'm temporarily doing them for $39 until my schedule is full. Scheduling your introductory session is a first-come, first-served invitation, so my schedule is filling up quick. So click the button now, and I'll talk to you soon.